G'day there, I'm Jess Welcome to the first video in my Etsy Basics series where I'm going to be teaching you all the basic steps to start and grow an Etsy shop. Today, I'm going to show you what it looks like to actually open a shop, and I'm going to share with you a very useful trick that you may need to take advantage of if you're not quite ready to open, but you want to be able to work on your shop. Make sure to watch through to the end of the video so you don't miss this really useful hack. Let's get started. Okay, so when we log into our Etsy account, you have signed up for an Etsy account at this stage, perhaps as a buyer in the past, or if you just go to Etsy and sign up for an account, you'll land on this page. Now to open a shop, navigate to the little shop manager icon up here, and let's get started. Before you start, you need to check out the seller policy, the payments policy, and the terms of use and privacy policy. I'm going to assume you've done all that, so let's click on the button and get started. So they're going to want to know a little bit more about you. You can skip, however, if you want to. I have a business I want to sell online for the first time. Okay, let's do that. And they'll send you resources so you can subscribe to like Etsy emails and such and such. So you can choose whatever here that you might want to, more information about. Sure, all of these things. And then hit the next button. So now, start your shop. First of all, you set your language, your country, and your dollar. I'm just going to leave mine Australian dollar. Sounds good to me. Save and continue. Name your shop. So this is just a fun little one that I've come up with when thinking about selling plant-related things. So that's my name, Plant Bay Boutique. You can put anything you want here, but a few things to know. One, you can't use a name that's ever been used before. So that means that even you cannot use a name you have used previously. So make sure to get it right, because you can change it in future, but you can never come back and use that same name again. It'll be gone forever. Save that. Okay, you need to add a first listing. Now, I've already got one in here. So what'll happen if you don't have this is it'll give you the option to add your first listing. So what you want to do is go in here, and it'll give you this guide to go through and put your first listing together. Now, you cannot open your shop until you have a listing. However, what you can do is you can actually do what I've done here and create a test listing, basically a fake listing. You don't have to do much. Just put a photo and then put a price, I think, and it has to be, okay, so let's just make it $1. That's fine. Quantity 1. Now, I'm not going through all of these details. I'm going to do a separate video on that where I'm going to actually take you through how to set up your listing. I have an older one on my channel already. I'll link to it at the top of the screen, but it's using the old listing software. So they've updated the listing visuals recently. So I'll do another one in the future, but if you want to go look at that one, you can. But it's pretty straightforward. Just work your way slowly but surely through this. But at this stage, don't worry too much. If you don't already have a listing ready to go, you can just do what I'm doing here, which is set up a kind of a fake listing and then save and continue. And what you're going to do when you open your shop is you're going to deactivate that listing straight away so nobody can buy it. But we'll get to that. All right, add more listings. Sure, not now. Skip and continue. All right, so here you want to set up your banking details. Okay, so make sure you've got all of your details here. I'm going to obscure my details. It doesn't show the whole thing on the page, but I'm still going to obscure my details. But you're going to be able to put in your bank details at this point. All right, so you want to set up your billing. So how are you going to actually pay your bills? So that's the next step you want to set up here. You can also add your ABN. I'm in Australia, so an ABN is an Australian business number because we have GST here in Australia. Depending on what country you're in, this section here is going to be different depending on your tax laws, etc. Now, because I don't actually want to set up a shop and have them charge me, I'm going to have to pause at this point. But what will happen next is if you go to the next save and continue after putting your billing details, it'll just give you an option to set up your shop security. And after that, you will be able to open your shop. And I'll take you back to my normal shop now and just show you quickly how to deactivate that listing that's going to be active so that you can do that next. So here I am in my real shop and I've got all these listings in my shop. So if you want, you'll have that one listing that you created. All you need to do is click on that and click on deactivate, and that will get rid of that listing. Now, as it says here, deactivating listing doesn't affect its 4-month listing period. If your listing expires while inactive, you'll be asked to renew the listing for a 20-cent fee before you can reactivate it. There's no fee for reactivating a listing that hasn't expired. So basically, you are going to have to pay that 20-cent fee, when you went through that process of setting up your shop. And you can deactivate that listing, but you can just edit that listing in future. So basically, deactivate the listing. And as you work through setting up your shop over the next week or two, you can just edit that listing to a real product, and then you can activate it once it's ready to go. Okay. And that is all you need to do to get your shop open. And then once you have your shop open, you can go in and add all of the details. So you want to go into the settings and you're going to want to fill in all of this stuff. So your info and appearance, about your shop, options, your policies, etc. But I'm going to do separate videos as part of my Etsy Basics series on all of those things. I just wanted to do this quick one today to show you what it looks like to actually open up your shop and go through that process, and the trick with the listing deactivation for people who want to open their shop so they can do all of this behind the scenes work. Like people taking my Set Up Shop course often have to do this because they're not actually ready to open their shop, but they want to work on it. So this is the way that allows you to do that while, not actually having something for sale. If you'd like to see my future Etsy Basics videos, it's a series I'm creating where I'm going to show you all of the basics when it comes to setting up your shop and growing your shop on Etsy, make sure to subscribe here on YouTube and you won't miss all my future videos. You can also check out all the past videos I've done on Etsy. I will leave a playlist to those videos up here for you so you can go and watch that at your leisure. Good luck with setting up your Etsy shop. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you want help with that, you might be interested in taking my Set Up Shop course. I run it twice a year and I take you through a 30-day program. It's a system that walks you through all of these steps of setting up your shop, creating your about page, working out your prices, just working out your photography, your descriptions, etc., etc. All of the stuff. I guide you through the best practice for all of that. So I'll leave a link to Set Up Shop in the description below if you're interested in that. As I record this, it's going to be running really soon in February 2024, but I do run it twice a year in case you're watching it some other time. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you in a future video. Bye for now.